Welcome to my next Shameless Season 11 episode review video. Before I get into that, though, pretty important, if you aren't caught up to the point where I am at rewatching or watching Shameless, or you're just entirely sure, then you definitely need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which of course I'll mention as well as put in the description. If that happens to be the case, you find that you're not caught up, it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this video any further to avoid any potential spoilers. And for those of you that are wondering, I have already seen Shameless all the way through at least one time. There are a couple episodes that I've seen more than once, and for the most part, I'm a really big fan of the show. Obviously, here at the end, the quality has taken a big dip. Season 10, Season 11 weren't the most enjoyable, or haven't been the most enjoyable. And Season 9 was kind of lackluster in my opinion. The end of Season 8 annoyed me, but the first 7 seasons, I think, were really solid. So, just wanted to rewatch the show and let it sink in as I binged it before. And if you want to hear my thoughts on the end of Shameless, I did record a Shameless series finale rant video, which I'll put right here with about 20 seconds left to go in the video if you want to hear my thoughts on the finale of Shameless, assuming that you've seen every single episode of Shameless. But with all that said, this will be Shameless Season 11, Episode 6. The title of this episode is called Do Not Go Gentle Into That Good. Screw it. And this will be my review, reaction, recap after just finishing watching the episode. And they have some weird episode titles, I must say. We have Mickey, Lip, and Brad are in Born Free After Hours. They're taking parts, also taking a couple motorcycles. They put them into a refrigerated truck as it was all Mickey could get at the last minute. Frank's getting it on with a blonde. He calls her Monica. He says sorry he can't stay for another round as he's got to go back to work. Huh? She asks where he works, and Frank is confused. Her name is Letty, she says. She doesn't need to be called Monica in bed. So this is a weird development that all of a sudden happened. There was no lead up to this, and that kind of annoys me. Liam is worried because he accidentally shot Terry Malkovich, and now he's paralyzed. Tammy tells Lip her dad might lose the house. She suggests that they move into her dad's house. Lip is 100% against this idea. Lip says he'll figure it out. Carl says he's going furniture shopping and he's taking over the basement, and none of you fuckers are going to be allowed down there. So Carl wants to live in the basement. It's a much more spacious place. Mickey mentions Terry's coming home today. Mickey doesn't want to be involved with Debbie's dyke drama as she's complaining about Sandy. V only registered 3 black people to vote yesterday. Liam asks Frank questions while he's in the shower trying to masturbate, apparently, is what he says. Franny tells Debbie she wants Sandy. Frank's upset that the lady at the dry cleaners doesn't have anything for him, like he thought he'd pay it ahead of time. Liam talks to a kid at school that's related to Terry Malkovich, and he says Terry is his uncle and his dad. So there's definitely some incest going on in the Malkovich family. I guess I forgot to mention earlier in an episode review video way back, Terry Malkovich actually had sex with Mandy. And yeah, so that's that. Carl meets Tish at the furniture store. He stops a guy from giving her a hard time. She's going to hook him up with her employee discount and her phone number. Amy and Gemma have a active shooter drill as V is at school with them today. Debbie talks to Ian and Mickey about Sandy. Mickey mentions she's his cousin, but he fucked her first. Frank gets stitched up at the hospital because he got punched by the lady at the dry cleaners. I don't know what his relationship with her was, but he got punched. And Terry Malkovich arrives home in his wheelchair. Again, he's paralyzed. Mickey tells Ian it's weird seeing the old cripple in pain like that. And Ian says he wouldn't even wish that on Frank. Like, Frank's done him wrong, but he doesn't want that to happen to Frank. Debbie tells Sandy about Royal. She then tells Sandy to fuck off. Carl's chilling in his new room, the basement, in his new chair that he got from the furniture store, and he gets a text from Tish. Liam comes downstairs and tells Carl that he shot Terry Malkovich, and Carl says outstanding, as he did what no one else had done. Lip is going to stash stolen bikes at Kev's workout place. Debbie goes to a gay bar as they need a sign put up because she's now, she's allowed to go places, outside of a certain range. Carl and Tish go out for a lunch date of sorts. Terry wants Mickey to shoot him. Mickey doesn't do it. Frank goes to the alibi and Letty is there, but at first he doesn't remember her. So this ridiculous crap of all of a sudden Frank has declined in one episode, that kind of bothers me. Debbie talks to the bartender at the gay club about Sandy. She says she hired Debbie to make her ex-wife jealous, so that Debbie kisses her, and is like, is that going to make her jealous? Tammy finds out that Lip and Brad broke into Born Free. Of course, she's furious about this, and Tammy's worried he's going to get caught. If he goes to jail, what's that going to fix for Fred? Lip says he knows he fucked up. He suggests that the Gallagher sell the Gallagher house and use their cut to put down on a new house for themselves. Mickey and Ian help get Terry Malkovich into the Malkovich residence, or Mrs. McCurdy's place. Mickey says Terry's an asshole, but he wants to be better than that. So even though Terry Malkovich has been a terrible father and an asshole, he wants to do better. V talks about white folks are the only ones who are shooting up schools. Terry tells Frank to shoot him as they're having a conversation on the porch. As I guess Mickey and Ian technically only got Terry Malkovich up to the porch, and they left him there. And Frank says he never took Terry for a coward. Frank says he's not going to kill Terry as he just doesn't like him that much. Sandy wants to talk to Debbie, so Debbie agrees. She tells Debbie about meeting Royal when she was 15 years old. Royal offered her a better life, so they got married. Wow, that's gross. I don't know how old Royal is, but I'm sure he was probably at least 18 to 25. And Sandy says you don't have to worry, there's nothing going on. Debbie tells Sandy she loves her, and Sandy says, shit, I might love you too. Tish and Carl get it on. Tish says we don't need a condom. I do it all the time. Carl doesn't get a chance to put a condom on as Tish is very aggressive in getting him into her. And Carl says after Tish leaves that Tish wouldn't let him pull out. Debbie says Tish raped him as she knew he wanted sex with a condom on. She did it anyway, had sex anyway. Lip tells everyone he wants to sell the house. And then Frank's sitting outside on the porch, and he has a note from the hospital when he got stitched up. And it says on there, I have early stage alcoholic dementia, as he, sits on that porch worried. Carl goes to report sexual assault. What's her name? Carl. And that's what ends this episode of Shameless. So I'm going to give it a 6.2. All of a sudden, Frank has declined in one episode when he was fine the episode before. So it's like the last episode should have been like a mid-season finale, and then they should have started with this. Like this random chick that Frank meets that we didn't know about, the Letty chick. But anyway, I'm going to give it a 6.2 out of 10. My character of the episode is going to be Carl. Mickey was good too, and Debbie was good as well. So you've heard everything that I have to say. Now it's your turn. If you're a fan of Shameless and you want to help me out with the YouTube algorithm, please consider Hulk smashing the like button, share this video with a friend, put this video on any one of your social media platform. Don't forget to sound off in the comment section about what your thoughts are on this episode of Shameless. What would you rate the episode? I know these season 11 episodes aren't the best. Who would be your characters of the episode? Anything you want to add, and remember to click right here for my Shameless series finale wrap video, assuming you've seen every single episode of Shameless. That'll be the link in the end screen. And then last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button, subscribe to the channel you're watching the video anyway, join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special, and you never know what you're going to see on JDevTV.